Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and this week we have a new Prophet Orb event for Idle Heroes. And that's got people wondering whether it's worth using their Prophet Orbs this week, or whether there's going to be big events in the future. So today we're going to be talking about what possible Prophet Orb events could be coming, and whether you should or should not use your Prophet Orbs, or even spend your money this week. Before we do that, let me tell you about account reviews. If you need help with your Idle Heroes account, join us on Tuesdays. Account reviews start again from this Tuesday, and all you need to do to sign up is join our Discord. You can join us for what is going to be Void Campaign help. So if you're struggling in Void Campaign, that's going to be this Tuesday coming, and then subsequent Tuesdays for the rest of the month will all be one-to-one account review advice. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check out my Patreon, as that will give you access to our account review servers on our Discord. For more information, go into the description. The link for our Discord can be found below. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this week's event for Idle Heroes. So, each day for logging in this week, you're going to get yourself 5 sweet lollipops and a Prophet Orb. Very standard stuff for a Prophet Orb event, and pretty much the normal reason you should be logging in every day, as those sweet lollipops will be useful in the Fantasy Factory. Now, make sure you've cashed in your Child of Dream squirt guns here. I've got 10 left actually on this account, so I'm just going to cash them in for some nice cheeky gold. Fantastic. And this week we've got our value packages. These are giving us gems, Prophet Orbs. We also get ourselves some sweet lollipops, and we're getting treasure coupons. So as far as Prophet Orb event value packages go, this is standard but good, because getting treasure coupons is always a nice thing. That said though, should you be using your contract story gems this week? Well, we'll be breaking that down once we've looked at more things in the event, but you can see there's no special currency here, so perhaps not. Go to the feast packages and you can see the other packages that DH Games are throwing our way. There are $100, $70, and $30 respectively, so a total of $200 that you can go ahead and spend here. You'll be getting yourself some Prism Starry gems proportional to how much you spend, along with some Cores of Transcendence and a Prophet Orb for every dollar you break into. On top of that, you're also getting yourself for this top one double rewards from the Fantasy Factory, which means you get twice as many of the honey stars, which can then be cashed in the exchange store. So that might be useful if you want to be hunting this, but it's by no means necessary. The main reason you'd be spending here is for the fragrant privileges. If we zoom down to the bottom, you'll see we have a fragrant garden party, which gives you more and more rewards the more Prophet Orbs you use, needing you to do a full maximum of 640. You do get a good chunk of Prophet Orbs back, and along the way, you're also going to be picking up Reverie keys, which we'll talk more about later on, and also Cores of Transcendence. If you choose to spend, you also get access to additional rewards, including Cores of Transcendence, and a chest here that contains either Crystals of Transcendence and Stellar Shards. For the second level, you're getting chests of Transcendence heroes, along with a resource chest that contains either Spiritual Essence, Sublimation, or Core of Origin shards if you needed those. And finally, on the end, we have our extra reward chests, which is giving you access to transition materials, which can be used for making Destiny heroes. Now, the total of these chests is not as much as we see in other events. You're only getting one chest for each level, for example, in these earlier stages, which means you're not getting 1.2 million or more Spirit Veins like you normally would. From here, it's only 30 chests, which is 900,000 Spirit Vein or equivalent. However, you are getting a lot of Reverie keys attached to this, and Reverie keys are really good because you can use them in the Reverie gift box. Each time you use a key, you randomly get one of the rewards shown here, with a 60% chance to get these lower tier rewards that become tripled if you get this 30% chance, and become tenfold if you're lucky enough to get the 1 in 10. Also, if you pull a reward more than once, you have the opportunity to remove it from all levels. So let's say you got Glorious Relics, you could remove those. Or let's say, for example, you got Master's Toolboxes, you could remove those. And that means when you do get the 10% chance, you are more likely to get the rewards that you want. This is attractive for some players, as it does give you access to some very, very, very powerful resources, whether it's Destiny Trail stuff, whether it's stuff for the Mysterious Artifact Selection chest, or even if it's just Deific artifacts. It's all available here, which people could potentially be interested in, especially the more you use this, you can actually cultivate the rewards you want much more strictly. The chance of high rolling does exist, and there definitely will be players who want to go ahead and chase this to get themselves tons and tons of rewards. However, the fact that it is randomized means it's unlikely to be something that even the softest of spenders would be going for. Mainly because I don't like that this is actually $200 to get yourself the best rewards here. What do I mean by this? Well, normally in a relay, for you to get all 3 fragrant privilege levels, you would only spend $130. So already we're spending $70 more than we normally would. Like one of those events, of course, you have to use all of the event currency. That's not unusual. But the fact that you're getting Reverie keys from here makes it really weird because you're losing a little bit of Spirit Veins that you could have, and there's no additional bonuses tied to this. So there's no Glorious Treasury, for example, that's giving us tons and tons of rewards. That said, though, because the Reverie keys are here, you are picking up a serious advantage of other materials that potentially could help you more than what you would get from a Glorious Treasury. But if you low roll, you might not get as many. So it's very much a gamble for those of you looking to spend, and it also costs you $70 more if you're looking to be maximized with the event rewards this week. Because as well, the Reverie gift boxes give you an additional key for every $10 that you spend, up to 20 times. So $200 is the implied approach to this week's event. There will absolutely be people that go ahead and do that, but in my opinion, it's only worth it if you're willing to just chuck money at this game and you have 640 Prophet Orbs to spare that will then get you max value from the Fragrant Garden Party. Now, I stress a small phrase I use there, 640 Prophet Orbs to spare, because actually in about a month or so's time, we'll be getting Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day is looking very likely to be a Prophet Orb event, and if that's the case, you'll be needing 640 Prophet Orbs for that. That will also likely include a similar event to the Fragrant Garden Party, but given that it'll probably be a Prophet Orb event on Valentine's Day, it's likely that it will be a relay where you only need to spend 130 bucks, and if it isn't, it'll just be something similar to this, which means you didn't miss out because you'll just be able to buy this again at Valentine's Day. However, if you had no Prophet Orbs going into Valentine's Day, it's less likely that you'll be able to complete the event. Now, what's also very, very interesting about the Reverie gift box, which may attract spenders, again, assuming you have those spare Prophet Orbs, is it isn't requiring you to use contract story gems. One common thing with events where there is a relay for 130 bucks is you normally have to spend anywhere up to 7,500 contract story gems to get the best rewards. That's not the case this week. You don't have to buy any of these. Just to get the big bonuses, all you need to do is spend money. So perhaps $70 is more attractive to spend than a 130 relay. Bumping it up to $200 could be better for you because you're not having to spend such a high volume of your contract story gems. So maybe that's something to think about if you're a spender. Reverie gift boxes can be very, very hit, or they can be very, very miss. It depends entirely on what you have. I personally would be doing this if I had, like, say, over 1,000 Prophet Orbs, because I could use some now, accumulate more back just by engaging with the event, and by spending anyway, these packages are giving you Prophet Orbs too, and it's likely you'll be able to get more Prophet Orbs between now and Valentine's Day, as well likely getting Prophet Orbs from the Valentine's Day event itself. So if you had 200 bucks to burn, if you had 640 Prophet Orbs to burn, then this event actually can seem pretty attractive, and the Prism Story Gems are always nice to have, as they can help you either get closer to another A tier on your account, or perhaps it could help you for converting to contract story gems to do bigger events in the future. Given all that then, the main aspects of this event are a Prophet Summon event, which is rewarding you even more for using your Prophet Orbs. You'll see that you can get your normal stuff here. We've got ourselves Shadow and Fortress heroes with a Light and Dark. We get Jara and then Luna. You can do this up to 8 times. 80 each completion is needed, so that's why it's 640 Prophet Orbs for the full max complete. Gets you tons and tons of stuff, including soul symbols. If you're a brand new player, let's say you've just started the game and you only have, like, say 50 Prophet Orbs, it may be worth going just up to 50 here, as it does get you a Light and a Dark 5-star hero, and that could be useful for doing Heroic Miracle, which does get you some Prophet Orbs back, and it also gets you Heroic Summon Scrolls along with armor, which could help your team. On top of that, you're also getting sweet lollipops, which will help you in the Fantasy Factory. So that's something often recommended to brand new players, is to use 50 Prophet Orbs. Also, it gets you 5 soul symbols. So if you're building Garuda as your first E5, because let's say you didn't get lucky with copies of someone like Holmes Young or Eloise, then those 5 soul symbols could break down that Garuda when you do get 9 copies of Eloise, so that you can actually have the food from Garuda shift that across and put that into your Eloise copy. So that's something often considered. And also you do need to use Prophet Orbs anyway to complete stuff in the chapter missions. So again, something worth considering. I did that on my free-to-play account and it seemed pretty decent value. Then again, it might just be worth saving for Valentine's because it's only about 5 weeks away. So it's likely that you could just use your Prophet Orbs then and probably get bigger and better rewards, as most players, especially budget players, will definitely be saving their Prophet Orbs this week for a bigger event yet to come in the future. But that does mean it's still worth doing the Heroic Miracle here because those 10 additional Prophet Orbs and Scrolls are really good. And if you can summon 3 5-star heroes in the Light faction, in the Dark faction, and 5 5-stars from every other faction, then you will get yourself a Geester copy thrown in there too, along with all of these awesome rewards. So if you can, you want to do Heroic Miracle, you want to probably skip doing Prophet Orbs, unless of course you're in the rare exception where you can afford to do it, along with getting all these Reverie bonus as well, which is potentially really good if you can spend 200 bucks. And also there's a splendid Awakening card here if that's your kind of thing. Basically, every single day you get a free Awaken for an entire month. If you plan on buying this, don't get it now. Save until Thursday, right at the end of the event, because there's no point doing Awakens this week, and the card starts that 30-day timer from the day that you buy it. Basically, you'll be doing 7 Awakens with no benefit this week if you buy it now. In my opinion, buying it on Thursday gives the chance that at the very end of that timer, there is going to be an event where you do get rewarded for Awakens. More often than not, that's the best play. It's definitely saved my skin a few times during events that needed us to do 10 Awakens, for example. So go ahead and buy this if you are going to buy it. It's only 10 bucks, and you can go ahead and grab that at the end of the event. Don't get it now. And that's it for this week's event. Pretty standard as far as Prophet Orb events go. We've seen events like this before. It's just a very standard Reverie gift box event. If you guys do choose to go in on the Reverie gift boxes, let me know in the comment section down below how lucky you get with your pulls, because I know sometimes people do get some crazy stuff. Heck, one time on one of my accounts, I just bought a monthly Carnival card just so that I could have this ticking over, and as if by some crazy luck, I managed to high roll, I think it was 40 Calls of Transcendence just from my one Reverie open. That was very funny. Either way, next week's event is going to be Card Clash Evolution, likely extremely standard and a great opportunity for anyone to pick up contract story gems, assuming you've made some progress. It'll be interesting to see whether DH Games change how they give out contract story gems, as they've been very 50-50 with how they give that out. One time it was to do with your progress in the Realms Gate, then they went back to how much progress you'd made in campaign, but then they added a mini game. It was very strange. So I'm very curious how DH Games plan on doing that next week. If you're curious too, hit that subscribe button and we will be reviewing next week's Card Clash Evolution event on Friday once that event has gone live. So to never miss an upload here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and always make sure you stay tuned for event reviews so you know exactly how to make progress in the week ahead in Idle Heroes. Good luck with this week and probably a sleeper event for most, but if you are going the Reverie keys, like I said, let me know in the comment section what you managed to pick up. Until next time guys, have an amazing week and as always, happy idling.